What is ICH? The frequently asked question during interviews and the most important topic of pharma industry. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Pharma GLP. In today's video, we will discuss about what is ICH. Along with this, we will cover questions like what is the purpose of ICH, history of ICH, structure of ICH, what is the process of harmonization, what are the topics of ICH guidelines and guidelines covered under ICH. So, coming to our first question, what is ICH? In this, I stands for International, C stands for Council. Previously, C was denoted as Conference, which is now changed as Council, and H stands for Harmonization. So, the ICH is the International Council for Harmonization of Technical Requirements for Pharmaceuticals for Human Use. The pharmaceuticals means medicinal products or medicines. ICH mission is to achieve greater harmonization worldwide to ensure safe, effective and high quality medicines are developed and registered. Now next question is, what is the purpose of ICH? To promote public health through international harmonization of technical requirements, to ensure development and manufacturing of safe, effective and high quality new medicines, registration and supervision of new medicines, to prevent unnecessary duplication of clinical trials in humans, to minimize unnecessary animal testing without compromising safety and effectiveness. Now, the history of ICH. Tragic events were happened like thalidomide disaster, which was occurred during 1960s in Europe. This type of events made a realization of need of independent evaluation of medicinal products before they are actually sent to market approval. So, during 1980s, EC Europe established harmonization of regulatory requirements. From 1980 to 1989, the harmonization process was achieved successfully in Europe, which was demonstrated that the harmonization was feasible. At the same time, Japan and US approached to Europe and had discussions on possibilities for international harmonization. In 1989, during the WHO Conference of Drug Regulatory Authorities, that is ICDRA in Paris, the action plans for international harmonization between Europe, Japan and US began to materialize. The authorities then approached IFPMA, that is International Federation of Pharmaceuticals Manufacturers and Association, and had a discussion on a joint regulatory industry initiative on international harmonization. Finally, in April 1990, the ICH was founded. Now, what is the structure of ICH? As we discussed in our previous slide, the founder members of ICH are regulatory bodies and research-based industry in the European Union, Japan and US. That is, 2 members of each country, which means 1 regulatory body and 1 research-based industry of each country. So, total 6 members of 3 countries. Initially, there were 6 parties in Europe, Japan and USA were the members of ICH. Now, ICH has grown as an organization and currently includes 20 members and 36 observers. So, these are the members of ICH as shown in this slide. Founding Regulatory, EC Europe, MHLW or PMDA, Japan, FDA, United States, then Founding Industry, EFPIA, JPMA and PHRMA. Then Standing Regulatory, Swissmedic Switzerland, Health Canada from Canada, then Regulatory, Anvisa Brazil, COFE PRIS Mexico, HSA Singapore, MFDS Republic of Korea, MHRA UK, NMPA China, SFDA Saudi Arabia, TFDA Chinese, then TITCK Turkey. Industry Bio Global Self-Care Federation IGBA. These are ICH observers, 2 standing observers, that is WHO, IFPMA and 34 observers. Now we will understand what is the process of harmonization. There is a formal ICH procedure. The formal ICH procedure consists of 5 steps. Step 1 is consensus or agreement building of technical document. This step involves the preparation of consensus draft of the technical document. In step 2, confirmation of ICH party consensus. This step is further divided into two parts, part A and B. In part A, ICH party consensus on technical document. The members of ICH assembly are invited to approve and sign off the technical document. And in part B, draft guideline adoption by regulators. In this, the regulatory members of ICH assembly are invited to approve and finalize the draft guideline. Step 3 is regulatory consultation and discussion. In this, public consultation and discussion by the ICH regulatory members and all comments received are considered for the finalization of draft. Now step 4 is adoption. In this step, the regulatory members of ICH adopts the final harmonized guideline, and step 5 is implementation. In this step, implementation of harmonized guideline by the ICH regulatory members. Now next is what are topics of ICH guideline. ICH topics are divided into 4 major categories, that is Q is for quality topics, S is for safety topics, E is for efficacy topics, and M is for multidisciplinary topics. Now coming to Q, that is quality topics. These are related to quality area, includes stability testing, impurity testing, and a more flexible approach to pharmaceutical quality based on good manufacturing practices, that is GMP risk management. That is quality topics related to chemical and pharmaceutical quality assurance. Next is S, that is safety topics. These guidelines are related to studies to uncover potential risks like carcinogenicity testing, genotoxicity testing, and reprotoxicity testing. That is, safety topics are related to in vitro and in vivo preclinical studies. Next is E, that is efficacy topics. These topics are related to studies to design, conduct, safety, and reporting of clinical trials. That is, efficacy topics are related to dose response studies and good clinical practices. Efficacy topics also cover novel types of medicines derived from biotechnical processes. Also, the use of techniques like pharmacogenetics and pharmacogenomics. Now coming to M, that is multidisciplinary topics. These guidelines are related to those topics which do not fit uniquely into one of the quality, safety, and efficacy category. It includes the ICH medical terminology, MEDRA, the Common Technical Document, CTD, the development of electronic standard for the transfer of regulatory information, that is ESTRI. Now coming to guidelines of ICH or guidelines covered under ICH. There are 70 guidelines on technical requirements. On safety, 15 guidelines, quality, 24 guidelines, efficacy, 22 guidelines, multidisciplinary, 9 guidelines, electronic standard for the transfer of regulatory information, that is ESTRI, then guidelines on CTD or eCTD, and MEDRA, that is standard medical terminology. Now let's discuss ICH quality guidelines. First is Q1, stability testing, Q2, validation of analytical methods, Q3, impurities, Q4, pharmacopoeias, Q5, quality of biotechnological products, Q6, specification, Q7, good manufacturing practice, Q8, pharmaceutical development, Q9, quality risk management, Q10, pharmaceutical quality system, Q11, development and manufacture of drug substance, Q12, life cycle management, Q13, continuous manufacturing of drug substance and drug product, and Q14, analytical procedure development. For more information, you can visit the official ICH website, that is www.ich.org. As we discussed, the ICH founder countries are US, Europe and Japan, and the topics of ICH guidelines are QSEM. That's all for today's video. Hope this is useful. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new content. Thank you and see you in the next video.